Welcome to this week's episode of Jet Lag in the News. I'm Steve Jasper, aka the Jet Lag Guy.
News
The
is, of
current
course, this
situation
week
in the
the
Middle East
ongoing
is increasing
situation in the Middle
airfares,
East,
with jet
with most
fuel
flights in the
prices
region
increasing.
cancelled or drastically
The current
reduced.
situation in the Middle, while this is affecting all airlines, it is going to have a particularly severe impact on budget airlines that typically run on tighter margins than premium carriers. In addition to increasing jet fuel prices, diverting around the Gulf can add several hours to some journeys, aggravating the increases caused by the increased fuel prices. I can't see it being easy to get a cheap airfare in the next few months. Data from the United Kingdom is showing that the cost of business trips has risen almost 5% from 2024 to 2025, according to the latest Global Business Travel Review by the Advantage Travel Partnership and Travelogix. I doubt that this cost will be decreasing anytime soon. The trend seems, quote, to be protecting the value of travel rather than the volume by tightening itineraries and focusing on trips that truly matter. It sounds like companies are being a bit more strategic with business travel. Australian company Wesfarmers, a conglomerate that includes Kmart, Bunnings, Officework and Priceline Pharmacy, among many other businesses, has suspended business travel for its corporate team members due to the rising costs of international travel. It's a bit reminiscent now of the pandemic when everyone used Zoom for contact instead of flying. AirlineRatings.com has listed the best airlines of the world for 2026, with Qatar Airways coming in at number 1, followed by Singapore Airlines and Cathay Pacific. While there are very limited flights in and out of Doha right now due to the current situation in the Middle East, I look forward to seeing Qatar Airways back in service in the future. With the restructuring of Qantas's frequent flyer program, it will be easier for customers to see how many reward seats are available over the next 12 months, so it will be easier to find special fares. This includes international partners such as those in the One World Alliance, and customers can search for flights in a specific region or country, such as Europe or the United States. The new Western Sydney International Airport, opening later this year, will be open 24/7. One angle I didn't think of was that the extended opening hours will help with jet lag. In an interview with the ABC's Craig Ruckelsell, Federal Minister for Infrastructure, Transport, Regional Development and Local Government Catherine King said, quote, "A lot of people, I think, do like to be able to travel, get on a plane, get to sleep. You wake up and you're actually at your destination the next morning. So often that helps with jet lag as well." I look forward to seeing the new airport open later this year. Over to India. The Ayush Ministry is a ministry of the Government of India responsible for, among other things, developing traditional medicine in India. They have just launched a 5-minute in-flight wellness protocol called Yoga for Air Travel, suggesting some yoga poses while flying. I'm a fan of this, not due to any effect on jet lag, but it will have a positive impact on preventing deep vein thrombosis, a potentially fatal complication of sitting too still for too long on a long-distance flight. And now, over to some research. The FIFA World Cup is coming, and you can believe that researchers are looking at jet lag for the players. Some researchers have found, quote, arriving at the 2026 FWC will require long-haul travel for some teams, and crossing 3 or more time zones can result in jet lag symptoms that may increase in severity as more time zones are crossed. Jet lag is characterized by circadian misalignment, sleep disruption, and increased risk of injury and illness. I look forward to seeing how the FIFA Cup turns out. And bad news for frequent flyers, particularly men. Research out of Brazil, published in the Reviews of Endocrine and Metabolic Disorders, found that sleep deprivation, including that from jet lag, as well as ultra-processed food, has a negative effect on testosterone, the male sex hormone, and ultimately fertility. The researchers concluded, quote, the association between insufficient sleep and poor dietary habits may have significant implications for male reproductive health, potentially contributing to infertility and disrupting normal physiological functions. Finally, Robin Sharma, author of the self-help book The 5 a.m. Club, where people are recommended to wake up at 5 a.m. to significantly enhance personal and professional outcome, is now recommending people wake up at 4 a.m., which I don't think is particularly constructive. I don't recommend any of this. Work with your own natural circadian rhythm. But researching this, I ended up in a very strange place. 4 a.m. Club conspiracy theory. Its Wikipedia page says, and I'm quoting directly here, proponents of the conspiracy theory believe that at 4 a.m. on November the 6th, 2024, the universe split into two alternative realities. They believe that Kamala Harris won the 2024 United States presidential election in the correct universe, and that humanity needs to realize its mistake to jump back to the correct reality. The conspiracy theory is spread on social media such as TikTok and YouTube, right here, with many proponents being self-described spiritual healers, witches, and psychics that claim to be aware of the spirit split in reality. End of quote. My advice: don't get up at 5 a.m. unless you want to or need to. Don't get up at 4 a.m. unless you really want to or need to. And don't believe in conspiracy theories about parallel universes by, quote, self-described spiritual healers, witches, and psychics. If you have any questions or want to know more about what I do, check out my website at www.jetlag.com.au. There's another book on the way, and you'll be the first to know when it's released. And that's this week's Jet Lag in the News. I'm Steve Jasper, aka the Jet Lag Guy. Thank you for watching.
That's this week's Jet Lag in the News.